Oh, it's because you don't like women? Yeah.
This is not a fucking double dip!
Hello, monsieur. We have a very special helping of blood and guts for you. Very grotesque, very excite. Such wow. Every time I see the name Terrifier, I can't help myself and say it like, Terrifier! I'm all of a sudden so southern. Terrifier! I'm totally excited about going to see Terrifier 3 tonight. I didn't go last night because it was super late, and I got finished working, like, really late. So I was like, you know what, whatever. I'd rather be a boring old man and go to sleep. So, I'm going today to go and see Terrifier 3, and, hoping that I don't throw up. Okay, bye! Damien Leone is back with Terrifier 3, and I'm excited to say that I really enjoyed this movie. Now, I'm not surprised at all that I enjoyed this movie, because I really like Terrifier 1 and Terrifier 2. Now, having said that, I think that collectively, they are some of the most disgusting movies I've ever seen. I have watched other movies that are kind of disgusting. When I'm going into these movies, right, I'm going in them with the mindset of really kind of aspiring to be an indie filmmaker. So I'm really kind of marveling at everything and how it's done. I like knowing the behind the scenes. I like knowing the budget. I like knowing where the money's going. I really like seeing the craft, because that's the thing that I see when I watch these movies. Like, I see the craft of Terrifier. I see Damien Leone's craft at work. I see someone, and this will be so funny, but it's like, if you get it, you get it. But saying that Damien Leone, I see a genius at work. And you might think that that's so ridiculous to even say something like that, because you're literally watching, like, this serial killing clown who's just completely unstoppable. He is like this raging fucking grotesquerie demon from hell. We're just constantly watching him on different cycles of madness, right? And for the past 2 movies, Sienna, his heroine, his final girl, continues the trials and tribulation with Art the Clown in Terrifier 3. Now, I have to say, this movie, I was just grinning from ear to ear the whole time, when I wasn't, like, cowering in the corner, like, trying not to throw up. I literally was just grinning from ear to ear, because I'm like, isn't this awesome? And the funniest part, the best part of all of it, is I took my 63-year-old mother with me to the movie, who got me into horror movies, okay? So don't judge me, okay? I'm not over here trying to, traumatize my mother, but hey, she's the one who got me into horror movies. So at this point, I mean, I'm just paying her back, just showing her all the cool new shit that's out. But I really took great pride in sharing that experience with her. As fucked up as it sounds, but being able to sit in a theater and watch a movie like Terrifier 3 with my mom, who's the one that, like I said, introduced me into horror movies, being able to sit and introduce her to new things that are out, and, different flavors, so she can just, it's still keeping her dipping her toe in different avenues of the horror genre that kind of keeps it fresh. And I really kind of see it as a mirror to when I was younger, when my mom introduced me to different horror movies and different experiences, and really kind of dealing with the experience of being scared and dealing with that fear. And I was really reminded of that at the beginning of this movie. At the beginning of this movie, the entire opening sequence is really, really kind of like what prepares you for the ride. Because I don't know why you would be sitting in Terrifier 3 having not seen 2 and 1, knowing what you're getting into. But if you didn't know, you know after the first 10 minutes, because Damien Leone really crafts like this horrific, Christmas family massacre, this like suburban massacre, and this little girl is basically, minor spoilers, this little girl's essentially like watching Art the Clown go through and murder different members of her family. Very traumatic, very psychotic, very disgusting, but the one thing that I wanted to remember in that moment was that feeling that I had watching that whole opening sequence take place. I felt tense. I was gripping the rubber of the recliner. I literally can feel like the adrenaline rushing from my stomach all the way to my head. When I tell you that I'm so desensitized at this point that I almost never, it's rare, but almost never really have such a visceral reaction to a movie anymore, especially a horror movie. Like, I feel like since I've been watching horror movies for so many years, and like everybody else, I kind of like feel like I've seen it all sometimes, but this movie really had me sat, scared, stiff, clenched, damn near fucking shaking. And that was all within the first 10 minutes. I don't know how to talk about this movie any further without really kind of spoiling it. So without saying anything, I'll just continue to harp on the sentiment that, this genre is something that's really important to me. I feel like it has shaped my creativity. It has shaped me as a human being, my creativity as an independent artist. I really appreciate people like Damien Leone and Kevin Smith, who are really out here fucking roughing it in the streets, man, to really get their art on the screen. Pun intended, Art the Clown, huh? Damien successfully gets his phenomenal art on the screen, and how can I finish this video without talking about Art the Clown? The artistry of Art the Clown's kills, man. They're beautiful, they're grotesque, they're hideous, they're horrendous, but somehow beautiful all at the same time in this weird little twisted, hellish poetry. I would say if you like the other Terrifier movies, then you'd enjoy this. If you don't like the other Terrifier movies, you won't enjoy this. There's no in between. Anyway, that's all, folks. I'm gonna try to go to sleep now and not try to dream about that bitch with the one eye. Okay, bye.